viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good morning. Well, good morning, good evening, or good day. I don't know. Good afternoon. No mind the background, okay? I usually like to film at night, but I was just like, well, let me go ahead and make this video just because I want to just go ahead and start posting again. So listen, we're just going to have a good conversation. You ain't got to really watch this. You can listen to it if you want to. Make sure that while you're listening to this video or watching it or whatever you're doing at this moment, you know, that you're not driving. And if you are driving in your Tesla, be safe, right? But no, honestly though, if you're watching, honey, make sure that you liking and disliking and commenting and just subscribing to the channel and just making sure, you know, you follow me on my social media pages and main pages and staying tuned for other things that are coming into the works into play. And I hope y'all like the nails I got, you know, for St. Patrick's Day. My hands are kind of ashy at the moment. Hands are ashy, but you know, it is what it is, honey. I just got home for handling some business today. But let's go ahead and get into this video. So I want to just kind of touch a little bit on what happened, on why I've been gone and why I've just kind of been stagnant when it comes to like posting. And so here it is. I don't want to get too emotional though, or caught up in like the story of it all. I just want to kind of just touch a little bit basis on it because it's still kind of a sensitive subject for me. So I don't want to be on here crying in front of the camera, honey, over here looking like, who be over there, who was crying in the camera? I had it in the back. I can't even think about who was crying in the camera like that. I can't even think about it. I don't even know. But, you know, just crying in the camera and just giving y'all I don't want to do all that. And I am going to let you know this is a trigger warning. So, you know, if you get triggered by certain topics or anything like this regarding, you know, any type of assaults or any other situations, you know, just know we're going to be talking about this and using verbiage that might, you know, cause some type of mental instability. And I just want y'all to know that before we get into this, right? So I'm giving you time to just click out in case you're not ready to listen to someone else's story about this, right? So if you've clicked out, I guess I don't have to address this. But if you stayed here, thank you for listening to my story, honey. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye. No, I'm just playing. I'm joking. I'm joking. Oh my God. But anyway. So the reason I haven't been posting, right, is because back in December, like back in the end of December, this very tragic event happened in my life, right? And that event was a sexual assault. And the reason I'm speaking like that because I'm trying not to get too emotional about it. Like I'm still healing from it, but I had a sexual assault, right? And I don't want to get into the details of that, but I was sexually assaulted. And so I just needed time to kind of recuperate my mind and get back to the flow of things because after something like that happens to you, you're like, your brain and body just starts to shut down and you just start to isolate yourself and you just start to just question everything about your reality, right? And so now that I'm healing, going to therapy and, you know, getting everything situated back in my life, I do feel like I am comfortable bound to kind of be back into the routine of things. And one thing I will encourage you girls and guys to do is don't give up on your dreams, right? If you need to take a break, just do that, right? People understand, and the people that don't understand, they just ain't gonna have to understand because, you know, it's just something that you just can't explain to people, right? I mean, you can kind of give them a glimpse of what it's like, but you can't just really just give them the full feeling because everyone's assault or the R word is different, right? From my story isn't the same as your story, and your story is the same as my story, right? I mean, it kind of has the same principles, but it's not the same. So it's like, you know, it's kind of hard to just really explain how a person really feels. And plus, some people are stronger than other people, and some people are just, you know, better at just coping with certain things, right? But yeah, I was sexually assaulted, and like during that time, I just kind of shut down. And I would say like the first, I like in January, February, because it's March now. So January, February, like I was trying to post and I was trying to do all this content and work on my company and stuff. And it was just kind of hard because for one, I didn't feel safe. Like I knew I was safe, but mentally I didn't feel safe, right? Like I didn't want to film because like my fear was like, well, what if he's watching me? What if he knows that I'm okay and he comes back and to try to do more damage? Because that's how some people are. Some people are like that. Like they see you doing okay and they want to come back and try to damage you even more because it's about power and control over a person. And then also, another thing is just really trying to cope with certain things, right? And with it with being so much going on in the media and so much going on in my personal life and with the company, I needed to take a step back. I needed to take a step back and just really kind of just ground myself so that way when I am ready to start back like I'm doing now, right? When I am ready to get back out there and do all these things, I'm not just going with the motions. I'm actually present, right? And I think that's one of the biggest things with situations like that. It's like when it happens, like some people they'll continue working, being normal, and at some point, like you can hide it, but eventually it'll come out. Eventually you'll start crying out of just nowhere and having panic attacks, and you don't want that to happen. I didn't want that to happen to me, so I just needed time to kind of just reduce my stress, just kind of think about positive things, how we can move forward, how we can get help, right? And thank God I reported the person, right? I'm not gonna say if it's a him or her. Again, I just kind of want to just don't want to get too much into specifics of things, but I did report it, and everything is being handled, right? But again, it's just one of those things where it just takes time to kind of heal and just process. Like I'm still processing it even today. Like I'm still processing. Like I was downtown, you know, after I had my meeting and stuff, I was downtown and, a group of people just walked past me and I just kind of just froze up. Like, and I think that's another thing too. It's like you develop so many anxieties and it's like, it's so weird how your brain kind of thinks about these things because it's like, nothing's gonna happen, but then it's like you see a whole group of people coming behind you or in front of you on the side of you, and you're just like, what's going on? Like, what's right? Like what's really the tea, right? So that's another thing because it's like sometimes when you report certain situations, some people they try their best not to end up going to jail or getting found out because people careers don't like when certain things happen like that, people start to think about their careers, about their family, about just their general well-being. So they're gonna do whatever it takes to kind of either hush the person up or try to get away from the situation as possible. So it's like that's one of the things that's been in my mind, right? Like how can I safely proceed in this world without feeling like I'm a target, right? And that's just kind of like the inner workings of at least my mind, right? It might not be everybody's mind, but that's the inner workings of my mind. Like is this man gonna come back or is this woman gonna come back? And are they family for to come and try to attack me or whoever? Like it's such a big deal, right? It is such a big deal because you hear all the time about people in the media getting like assaulted and stuff like that. And there is times where people, you know, they'll try to go and communicate with the person and try to, rationalize, hey, I know it happened. I'm sorry. Let's make a settlement. Or, they'll try to threaten you like, hey, you can't go out there and tell. And if you do, then I'm going to end up destroying you. Monica Lewinsky and, a lot of other people. So when it does come out and stuff like that, not saying Monica Lewinsky was assaulted, but again, situations like that evolves around sexual misconduct, right? Any situation that revolves around sexual misconduct is very tricky, right? Tricky because it's like, who is really the victim here, right? So that's really the situations, and it happens like even with the media, like with Bill Cosby and Jeffrey Weinstein, and even with Bill Clinton, he's one of the most famous. What do you call those people? Like cheaters? technically he's a cheater, but right, and, you know, and other people, right? So it's like you take that into account, right? Like, am my story gonna be, am my story gonna be, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm trying not to get flustered, but you know, that was just one of the things. Like, if my story is being heard, like, will people believe that, right? Like, oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I wasn't trying to get flustered, but you know, will people believe that, right? And I don't want to be a part of the Me Too movement, right? I don't want to be like, oh, this happened to me. Like, I don't want to be a part of that. Like, I just want to just kind of acknowledge the situation and just kind of move past the situation. I'm sorry, y'all. I'll try not to, but that's kind of, you know, that's really the thought, you know, when it comes to stuff like that, because you just want to be human, right? You just want to be human, and you just want to just experience life without being just caught up in making that your story. Like, I don't want this to be who I don't want this to be, not who I am, but I don't want this to be like, I'm sorry, the ambulance and stuff is going off in the back. Listen, it's a lot going on in this video. I am so sorry. Listen, I'm over here crying. Oh, girl, the police sirens and stuff going off in the back. But no, like, for real, like, I don't want this to be a defining moment for me. Like, I don't want this to be like, oh, this happened and now she's, you know, living her life based off of what happened. Like, I just wanted to be a part of the story, but not my story, right? So this is kind of another thing about that. But anyways, honey, I'm back. You know, I'm back making content. You know, haven't gone anywhere. Just kind of, you know, dealing with the emotions and stuff like that, and just really just kind of just figuring out how to just move in life, right? Because that's the biggest thing, right? Is knowing that you're gonna be okay enough to just proceed in life and just not giving up on your passions and dreams because of some selfish person, right? But yeah, that's what happened. And you know, I might come back on here and just really kind of go into details about the situation, but right now I don't want to go too much into it. But yes, hey, ma'am, I'm sorry, she's over here acting up. She's cutting up. If you don't know, honey, I have a cat named Eleanor, and Eleanor is she does the most. She thinks she's a queen, but in reality, I am. But no, but honestly though, but yeah, I'm back, slowly progressing to new heights. Right, I got events coming up for my company, and I'm kind of excited because my lunch date is coming in Juneteenth. You know, for the commemoration of Blackness. Juneteenth. But I hope y'all have a wonderful week, you know, and just take this as an inspiration, honey, just to kind of, you know, get some help, honey. There's help out there, you know. If you need, you know, to talk to someone, honey, I'm here. You know, you can always email me or DM me, unless I get bigger, and then you might have to talk to my assistant. And then in that case, my people will call your people can call my people, and then we can have a good, nice chat, maybe over dinner or lunch or something like that. But other than that, honey, but yeah, I hope y'all have a wonderful day. And I know this video was probably all over the place. It was just, I'm just still trying to get my bearings back, you know. So just excuse me, y'all. Just excuse me. Just be a little understanding. If you're not, honey, it's okay. I understand why you don't understand, right? But I love y'all. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. And remember, honey, make a big impact. Be the best you can be, honey. And don't let anything stop you from getting to where you want to be in life, honey. And with that being said, y'all have a good one. Bye, y'all. This has been a VFP multimedia presentation.